The total sun futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Yo, are we live on YouTube? Probably, Ben?
Yes.
All right. Hey, guys, look, it's going to be a crazy show today. Sorry. This is probably the fifth time we've tried to do this today. Our friends at Odyssey, better get their stuff together because otherwise we're just going to be YouTube only and just do this on StreamYard and not go through hoops and use all the crap they're making us use. That's frankly just wasting our time and screwing our show up. So we got to be quick here because we know there's going to be kickoffs. So I'm wearing a bib because we were up 6 units again last night and we're up over 90 units since we launched this show on May 21st. I'm taking the bib off because we lost all 3 Bayern Munich bets. They dominated, couldn't score in the first half. It is what it is. I love that play. I was heavily leveraged on that play. We needed 1 goal in the first half against 10 men, Mönchengladbach. Couldn't get it. That's gambling. So anyway, I'm taking my bib off because I don't like what I did for you guys on that match whatsoever. And so we wear it. We're transparent. We're real here. Maybe one day we'll get help from our corporate overlords and they'll be real too. Look, we're going to go out of order. It is what it is. We're trying to get some of these bets out before kickoff because, again, we were up past midnight last night and spent 2 hours today to do a show that we used to be able to do on StreamYard in 20 minutes, no problem. That's probably where we're going back. The Appalachian State ODU over 61. It's kicking off in a minute. I'm willing to risk the push on 61. They're both dead over teams. They check all my box for overs. So did Air Force Wyoming, and that didn't go over. That's gambling. But we got ODU games recently, 90 points, 70 points. They're over in 5 of their last 6. Appalachian State's over in 5 straight. Neither team can stop anybody. That's where I am. But wait, Ben, is there something you need to give out here quickly? And again, we can't put our bet slips up because the stupid software that we're using now screws up our whole show when we do. But we're transparent. It'll be on my Twitter.
No, yeah,
I think time.
This is the way to go. I think this is the way to go. Looks like we're going good. We're not lagging. I think this is good. I don't think we need to. I think we're good. I think we're good this way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for now, we'll go this way moving forward. For now, this looks like it's working.
Phone, don't do YouTube.
Well, we could do Twitter, but I just think that the phone, through the phone. Real quickly. A lot going on.
Morning.
We'll go to SMU and Wake Forest under 53.5. I'm not going to give a long detail. I have a whole thing written up, but both of these defenses are solid. I think we're going to see SMU shut down Wake Forest enough. Wake Forest has scored 30 points in a few games this year. That's not really who they are against good defenses. SMU is in the playoff push. I think they'll get there. This is a weird ACC year, but they're better than Wake Forest, and they should be able to shut that offense down. On the other side, SMU's offense hasn't grown exactly how we thought they might this year. They've let down a little bit this season, so that's where we're going there. The next play, we're going to do a few overtime college football plays as well, just because there's some early kickoffs involved. Miami, 200-plus receiving yards. Washington, 200-plus receiving yards. And Purdue, 350-plus total yards as a whole. Basically, this is a new thing on FanDuel that they're giving us. I'm warning you guys now. I don't love shouting out books. What they're doing here for us is awesome. Miami, you can now take receiving yards. So it's basically you're taking the quarterback. We're taking Carson Beck, 200-plus passing yards, unless he gets hurt, and whoever fills in for him, unless he plays horrible, whoever fills in for him can get us there. I love what they're doing here because you can't do college props in Maryland, which always is frustrating to me. Anytime I want to, I have to go to D.C. But for now, we get this. Hopefully, they keep this around for a while. Washington, 200-plus receiving yards. I'm going to give that out as an official play in a minute, but that game does start at 3:30, so we have a little bit of time on that one. And then Purdue, 350-plus. The other parlay that we have here, Indiana, 150-plus rushing yards, Virginia, 200-plus receiving yards, and Auburn, 350-plus total yards. Plus 104 is a plus money play. Indiana should have no issue running the football. They got their freshman back. He's been good on the ground. This might mean Hemby gets benched a little bit, but Hemby is more of the heavy hitter, short yardage situations. The other guy's a lot more of the speed back. Virginia, 200-plus receiving yards. Chandler Morris has been fine. I like what Virginia has going at quarterback. I like what they have at receiver. They should have no issue on the road, and this is a pretty tight spread for this matchup, so they should be throwing the football in the fourth quarter. And then Auburn, 350-plus total yards. I know it's a sketchy pick and all these different things. When you look at the defense they're facing, they should have no issue getting there. And also, Auburn's going to have to do something. Hugh Freeze, if they lose today, it might be his time is gone. So we'll see how that goes, but that's plus 104. Those are 2 overtime plays. We do have another play that we're going to get to and break down, but those are my 3 plays that are starting soon. Again, it's 11:51. If you guys want to get them in, put them in now.
Yeah, you could pause this and put it in because everything else you're going to have a breather. Nothing sketchier than Bayern not being able to score in the first half against 10-man Gladbach. Yeah. Borussia Mönchengladbach. They effed me. Well, Bayern now. All right, so should I just go to second down now, or are we good to go back to normal?
I think you freestyle however you want, and I'll adjust, and we'll throw it up there. I mean, this is
crazy. Let me ask you this. Is this being Spotified or no? Do I need to make sure the Spotifyers see everything, or is it going to Spotify or how?
Yeah, I'll throw it on there. I'll see if I can get it on there.
But it's not live on an RSS
No.
Spotify.
The only live we go any day is YouTube and Twitter.
Podcast, but don't even listen to it. It's not a podcast.
It's YouTube and Twitter. It's YouTube and Twitter where it
be on
goes.
TV
That's
now.
where we go.
You should be able to watch it on regional sports networks right now.
We could go to YouTube, Twitter. That's where we go live, but we post the podcast after. So yeah, you can tell the listeners because I'll post it there once we get done here. It might take some time. There's a lot. Anybody who's watching doesn't understand the night into the morning that we've had. So that's why for you guys it looks like just a regular show, but it has been very crazy.
We were just this on our own. We had no problems. Once corporations get involved, everything gets effed up.
I think we're going to be good going forward. I'm pretty excited actually because
people over corporations.
I think we're going to be good going forward. Everything looks good.
Well then let me ask you this. Now, if you put the bet slip up, will it screw it up like it screwed it up the other way?
We will test that another time, maybe tomorrow. We'll test that.
We'll
test that tomorrow.
I mean, I could have given people plus 1,100 live betting ways to win back the Bayern Munich money if we were able to go live. I'd have told you 3-0. Bayern still to win at the half, even though we got effed at the half, but I couldn't do that because all these hoops they're making us jump through.
But I think we're through the last 2. This looks good. I think this last 2 round we're good now. I
can't handle too many more hoops, Ben. I'd put the over under on 0.5 more hoops for me to jump through.
My favorite thing.
One more show for them to F up for me before I really lose it.
I think my favorite thing is the normal viewer right now has no idea from midnight to 11:53 a.m. what we've done and how. I mean, we were screening.
Zero help. Well, we're supposed to be helping us, and I can't do the show for anybody else.
We're gonna get there. Well, like I said, you throw whatever play out you want. I got them all up here. However,
I want the bet slip. I want the bet slip.
With the bet slips tomorrow show. The viewers tomorrow we will have the bet slip back.
All right. Put the Colts parlay up.
Okay.
Here's for the Spotifyers. Flacco, 2 or more passing touch. That's not the Colts. What did I say? The Colts parlay?
Yeah, that was another curveball.
What do you have up there? Because I got to do this on my phone now. It's still you. Flacco, you put something up and I'll follow, Ben. How about that? Let's get real quick. There we go. Okay, it's the Jets Bengals parlay. Flacco, 2 or more passing touchdowns. Flacco, at least 200 passing yards. Tight end Noah Fant, at least to catch 20 of those 200 passing yards from Flacco. That would be 20 receiving yards. Look, the Jets defense is garbage. 13 passing touchdowns, no interceptions allowed. Aaron Glenn is blitzing the 4th most in the NFL. Problem is he's not getting home. 2nd to worst in pressure rate. Bottom 7 in sack rate. He's down some key defenders. And Flacco will diagnose the blitz and gouge you. Flacco will take 7-step drops and gouge you. He loves throwing to tight ends. The Jets are not great covering tight ends. Bottom 5 team in passer rating to tight ends. Now, they don't give up a ton of yards per attempt, but boy, you can complete over 70% of your passes to them, and they give up a lot of touchdowns to tight ends. Flacco's had 9 days off since that Thursday night game. And look, you've got Chase in great form. You've got Higgins in great form. You've got the Bengals season suddenly back alive, and their defense stinks. So they've got to keep the pedal to the metal in terms of their passing offense. This will get you close to plus 150. Again, Flacco, 2 passing touchdowns, at least 200 passing yards. Fant, 20 receiving yards.
By the way, at the end of the show, I think we just run through every one of our plays just so people have them, because this has been a chaotic It's been all over the place. There's no real other way to explain it. But no, here. This is originally my first down, and if you guys would have been watching at 11 when we had first started, then whatever. I did give this out a while ago, so I'll just go right back to it. The LA Dodgers to win the World Series at -110.
They'll never see it because the stupid software.
Yeah, I think we got the software figured out. I think we got the software figured out, and the betting slip will be back. The Dodgers to win the World Series at -110. I didn't give this out to start the series. I didn't give them out -1.5. I liked them, and I thought this would be a quick series. I thought maybe 5 games. I thought the Blue Jays maybe take 1. All of a sudden, they take first game, and now we're getting a chance to bet them at -110 to win the World Series as a whole. I'm not passing up on that. I get it. Blake Snell did not look good, and that could mean Yamamoto, Ohtani, Glass now will run into some issues too. These guys don't go down in 3 strikes. When there's 2 strike counts, they fight balls off. I get all that. This Dodgers lineup isn't going to go away. We saw them in San Diego last year, go down 2-1. Everybody had written, this is the Padres year. Preller finally gets it done. He bought at the deadline. It's finally worked. They have a great team. All that just for them to get blown out at home, lose 8-0 in Game 4, and then lose Game 5 as well. I was rooting for the Padres. I've always kind of rooted for the Padres. I think they're fun. But the Dodgers are just inevitable, and that's how they do things. So now they're down 1-0. They know that everybody's starting to say, oh my gosh, Toronto has a shot. And John Schneider, as Pat Murphy did, has played that. Everybody's given them, Murphy did it to a crazy extent. The way that he was talking about nobody giving us a shot or whatever, we have heard Schneider say that. Now they're up 1-0. They're going to be a little confident. I think the Dodgers end this tonight. Then you go 3 in LA. That's big for me because outdoors, Toronto's not going to have that ball flying the way it is at the Rogers Center. So I do like the Dodgers to still win this series at -110.
Yeah. Look, we crushed the Dodgers to lead after 3 last night for +132. Part of the reason I had the bib on, and Ben is wearing his bib, rightfully so. Let's do the Arsenal play here, Ben, and let's call it down.
However you want to do it.
Yeah, let's do that. So look, the Gooners for me have the best center back pairing in the world. They're not conceding at all. Crystal Palace is game. I get it. They've scored goals, and if you study this series traditionally, Palace tends to score against Arsenal no matter where those matches are played. I just think this is a different version, a better version of Arsenal. I think they have, again, the best back line and particularly the best center back pairing on the planet. They seem to really be getting off on keeping a clean sheet. So we're playing this Arsenal to win 0, which means Arsenal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, to win, and Palace not to score a goal. That's going to get you around +125. I still feel like these markets are not quite under-incentivizing, for lack of a better term, you playing Arsenal to 0. I feel like there's still value in playing them to 0, and they keep putting up score lines to 0, like the 4-0 midweek in Champions League. Whatever you got next, Ben, and wherever we are. I guess it's third down.
Today is a preseason game or an inter-squad scrimmage out back. We don't know the exact down. We're just playing, having fun. Nebraska money line, Southern Miss money line, and Utah money line, and we parlay those together to get -110. I messed up. I got on an order. I didn't give out this one earlier. It's 11:59. You can still get this in. Nebraska, coming off of a tough loss, right? You see them lose to Minnesota. They should bounce back here. Northwestern's 5-2. They have not beaten anybody. UCLA in the first game after head coach was fired. And I know the stat, game 1 with a new head coach, different situation in college. It's hard to adjust to some of these coaches. Purdue, that's not much. I know we give out Purdue in a parlay, but Purdue was not a very good Big Ten team. And then Penn State in an awful year. 5-2, it's a great start to the season for a Northwestern team who's trying to build in this direction, but they haven't beaten anybody. Now you're going to play a Nebraska team who we've seen beat a Cincinnati in week 1. We've seen take down a Maryland team who, whatever your opinion is on them, they've played decent football this year. Nebraska has had tougher tests, and they've also, like Northwestern against Oregon. We saw that. They covered late with that long touchdown. I'm not worried about that. I think we see Nebraska win here. Southern Miss on the money line. Charles Huff, one of my favorite coaches in the country. He's a great person. Has came on my radio show before. Super nice guy, and I'm just a fan of his. He wins. He's going to be at the Power 4 level soon. He's at Marshall for years. Gets them to a bowl every year. They don't want to pay him what he deserves. Fine. Goes to Southern Miss, same conference. We see where Marshall is. We see where Southern Miss is. Exactly.
Yeah, bet on yourself.
Exactly. I do think
You
we're
need
going
to
to see him.
rely on your employer to provide for
I do
you.
think we're going to see him at the power forward level pretty soon, and he should win today. Utah on the money line is last. Colorado's offense on the road is different than it is at home. They're not as good. This feels like a Utah get-right game. In their 2 road games, we saw them struggle. Now, Utah's coming off of a 3-point loss in Provo. That's on the road in a rivalry game. You don't think they're going to be amped up to play this Colorado team who the public still loves because of Dion and what he's done? They're not as good as they were with Shedeur there. They're not as good as they were with a lot of those types of guys. Colorado, I don't think, is heading in the right direction. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So we do have Nebraska, Southern Miss, and Utah on the money line. That gets us to -110.
Excellent. Look, I've cut back on college football because it wasn't going well. I do like betting Navy. I like betting Navy overs, and we're going to take Navy in the first quarter today. They start quickly. They're coming off a bye. They are the #1 rushing team in all of college football. They're facing an FAU defense that Maryland, who can't run on anybody, bossed around. They've allowed 17 rushing touchdowns in the last 5 weeks. They're allowing touchdowns early and often. They turn the ball over about as much as anybody in college football, and they don't create turnovers. If you don't create turnovers against Navy in that triple option, you don't stop Navy. Horvath is still a fringy Heisman pick, and they've got to show out today because the schedule gets a lot tougher in November. So give me Navy to win the first quarter by 5.5. You know what, Ben? Also give me Navy to win the first quarter by 6.5. So we're going to make those 2 1-unit plays. 110 on the 6.5, -119 on the 5.5. They're going to hold the ball. They're going to bleed the clock, and I believe they're going to be able to finish drives with touchdowns instead of field goals. But 2 field goals and a defensive stop in the first quarter gets us over the 5.5. Whatever you got next, buddy.
All right, yeah, well, we just keep moving around.
Back to you, Ben. Back to you, by the way, Ben.
Next here, we're going to go Washington over 263.5 receiving yards at -110. Shout out to FanDuel. We don't give shout outs here a lot. We really don't, especially sports books. We don't do that. They don't pay us. However,
they pay these other a-holes to sell you fake bets that will never hit in a million years.
Right, and we don't push BS out. I will say this. My heart, I still remember, I was on a trip with my family to Puerto Rico. I see on Twitter that Maryland took away player prop betting. I mean, it genuinely, you guys think I'm joking, it was a tough day for me. Jason knows I would dive into the weeds. I mean, we would be going all over the place to find college player props. I'm on my way. We just landed the airport. We're driving the other side of Puerto Rico where it is in Boca Raton. We're halfway there, to which I open up Twitter and see Maryland has stopped all college player props. It was a slap in the face to me. It was a slap in the face to anybody who tailed my plays. So now, what do they do this morning when I wake up? Again, I couldn't believe this and adjusted everything for the show, even though we've adjusted a lot of stuff in the past 12 hours. I changed everything and say, I got to get some of these in because these interest me. These markets interest me. So basically, you're getting 263.5 passing yards from the quarterback, but you're also hedging it saying, if he gets hurt or he gets benched,
right,
whatever goes wrong, you can get receiving yards still. I love that. It feels so good to have one of these props. Not a college player prop bet. Somehow, the agencies will try to take it down and they'll screw me again. But for now, we're going to take what we have. Now,
fight
Illinois.
the man, fight the power, fight corporations.
Always.
They're not your friend.
Illinois top 25 team. Defensive metrics show they're not very good against the pass. They're not good at all. Ryan Brown for Purdue, 300 plus passing yards. Jordan Maeva, 364. And that was a tight game that went down to the end. Fernando Mendoza, 267 in a massive blowout game. Didn't even throw the ball much in the fourth quarter. He didn't need to. So for all those three to do what they did against this bad defense who's ranked 20th or 25th, I get it. They're a good football team, but against the pass, they've struggled. Altmaier has been able to offset some of that with their offense. Now, Williams should be airing it out as long as this game stays close. They're a slight favorite, and I understand that. But to me, this probably is going back and forth throughout the second half. And as it says right here, 3.5-point favorites. If the game is that tight all game, he's going to be throwing the football. And Coleman can get going a little bit. I think they shut him down enough. They forced him to beat them with the pass because we've seen Williams throw some interceptions and get into some trouble there. They played against Michigan last week. They struggled in the passing game. We know that Michigan defense is much better than what Illinois has. Bounce back game here. So again, if anybody didn't get it or is confused and has never seen this in their life, I hadn't seen it before this morning either. We are going with Washington over 263.5 receiving yards -110. FanDuel, I don't give you many shout outs. shout out to you for bringing this around and making me happy.
I'm sitting here wondering why the earpiece isn't working, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm such an idiot. I'm hearing it through the phone anyway. It's not even coming through this malt box because we're not using my computer.
It's adjustments today.
We've got to revisit parlays for Christmas because that's probably the best bit we ever did. That now, not only is it like we thought we were recording it and then it purged itself, so we can't even like push that content out.
Do you want me to explain
because it's not even saved in the computer, right? It just literally ate itself.
Do you want me to explain it?
Nah, we don't have time now.
Oh, yeah, we do.
This show,
12:06.
we got to bring it back. No, we tease it. We bring it back another time, I think.
But I'm
starved.
Parlay.
I gotta go.
I'll get to it quickly. All right, I'll get to that quickly in my overtime parlay because we are doing a in the stadium parlay that I haven't got to yet.
Yeah, but I'm talking about parlays for Christmas.
I got to it in the middle. The recording had it in the middle of that.
What do I have left? Overtime. This is Colts parlay. I think this is the last one I have.
I think
Tennessee stinks. I think the Colts win by the 14 or whatever. But for the purposes of this parlay, Spotifyers, if you're even out there, and really, look, it's not a podcast, so you're missing out. If you're not watching this on YouTube or on my Twitter, it's not the show. Like some people will try to tell you this is a podcast and that audio is the way to go. I invented it. It's a TV show. It's a daily gambling variety show, game show. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a good way to explain it.
So anyway, back to this parlay. I think the Colts win by 14, but I'm not going to risk it here. So we're going Indianapolis minus 9.5. Indianapolis will score at least 28 points. Daniel Jones, 200 passing yards, and a Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown. These teams played a few weeks back. It was 41-20, and it wasn't even really that close. Taylor had 3 rushing touchdowns in it. There was a time when Tennessee owned Jonathan Taylor. Not anymore. And with no Jeffrey Simmons playing, forget about it. There was no real bump for Tennessee with Mike McCoy. We told you there wouldn't be. This is a tough matchup. The Colts offensive line might be the best in football right now. Daniel Jones completing 71 of his passes for 256 yards a game. Again, could this be a blowout and get out of hand and he doesn't throw the ball much in the second half? It could. He's also leading the league in yards per attempt. It's big boy football. And this Tennessee secondary is not going to be able to stop Pittman. They're not going to be able to stop Warren, the tight end. And Daniel Jones is getting off and pushing the ball downfield. They're not going to change that. So 200, again, does he end up throwing for 185 because he doesn't do anything in the second half? Maybe. That's why it's gambling. No. Somehow Barron didn't score against the 10-man Gladbach even once in the first half, despite all those chances, despite over 350 completed passes, despite Luis Diaz getting a sitter about 25 seconds into the match.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything. I agree with everything you said there. Benedict Mathurin, 4+ first quarter.
Think about it. We'll never know.
Yeah, Benedict Mathurin, we're going to go 4+ first quarter points. And yeah, 4+ first quarter points. Joel Embiid. By the way, this stream has gone really well. I do think this is the way to go moving forward. I'm being dead serious. I think.
That's what I have to do. How am I going to set up my laptop? How am I going to read? How am I going to tweet it out? It's just got to be after the fact.
We'll find out.
Or I can try it out on the laptop.
This works way better. I will say that. The YouTube people are commenting. It's working good, even though they have probably no idea the past 12 hours. Again, I'm going to keep talking about that because it has been a pretty hectic 12 hours for us.
Oh, it's been great. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? You think the people who are supposed to be helping us out we're up at 30 trying to work out all the kinks?
We do have
Benedict. Can't even get them at 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
We do have Benedict Mathurin, 4+ first quarter points here, and Joel Embiid, 4+ first quarter points, -128. I want to be quick here. Benedict Mathurin's an aggressive scorer. You take away Nemhard, you already don't have Halliburton. This isn't a guy who needs a facilitator, a ball handler to get him the basketball. He can do it on his own, and he's aggressive. He wants to score. So that's where we're going there. Joel Embiid for 4+ first quarter points. I told Jason earlier in our stream recording, this guy is probably going to be banned for a few weeks until he's back to 100% if he no-shows today, which is also going to lead us into the pick from the arena, the in the arena play, whatever you want to call it. Jason and I will be in Philadelphia tonight. Anybody who's from Philadelphia, if you see us and you whisper, want to bet in Jason's ear, he'll get you a sweatshirt.
I'll give you a hoodie.
You whisper in his ear. Joel Embiid, 15+ points. And Miles Bridges, 15+ points. -102. Now I'm going to explain how I explained earlier. Try to be quick because I know we got to go. I'm going with my girlfriend. She doesn't bet a lot. She doesn't usually bet. On Christmas, I gave her an NBA, but this wasn't like a big gift. I mean, it was just something I gave her. Any cash. You give her a ticket, and we're going to get more into it tomorrow.
Time, I did not think I would laugh the second time I heard this, but it still got me, Ben. It got me right here.
This is how I explained it to Jason real quickly. Everybody gets scratch-offs in their stocking, right? When you get older, and there's certain things you get.
Everybody.
In 2025, this is a betting world. Why not slip a $10 parlay into that stocking? And then you force your girlfriend to watch NBA and NFL throughout the day. Listen, on Christmas, what do you want to do?
You got the triple header.
Yes, exactly. You spend time with family, that's whatever. But what you do importantly is watch the sports that are on the television. And that's what's important to me. The NFL wants to take it over, but the NBA is still there. Oh, Maddie, you have that ticket? We give her 2 tickets. You give her an NBA one and an NFL one. Now you have so many different sports going on. That's how you work it in. That is how you work it in. It's the parlay ticket in the stocking. I'm giving everybody ideas. If you want your significant other to watch sports with you and you want them to make some money, put a parlay ticket.
You really want them to share your gambling habit with you. Really, if you want to spread that around.
It's just a slight bet, though. 10, 20, whatever you want to do. It's just a fun ticket to get them to watch the games with you. But no, yeah, GGS, absolutely.
All my dogs are in on this proposition. All my dogs, by the way, in their stockings, because they have them, they are absolutely, and I'm going to take pictures of it. I'm going to put it on Twitter. They are getting tickets for Christmas. Absolutely. That ticket cashes. It's either Cole. If it's a loser, it was Cole in your stocking.
If it's a winner, any clauses, they get treats. Everything you go buy, it's how it's done. And I think
Chewy.com, if you're listening, I'm off. He's not.
It's been a tough day, but we did figure out Christmas with this show. But I will get back to this actual parlay here real quick before we finish. Embiid 15 plus, Bridges 15 plus. Bridges slimmed down a little bit in the offseason. He scores over that in game 1, and they didn't even need it because it was a blowout. Joel Embiid 15 plus points. Again, I'm betting on him to bounce back here. We'll see how it goes. And I'm trying to get my girlfriend to bet it. I think I will get her to because she doesn't love basketball. She's going to be happy to be in there watching. If you're in the arena, you have to bet something. And that's what we're going with right now.
I'm on it for a unit. That doesn't get me in trouble with Mateo, who's a Hornets fan because of LaMelo Ball, so I can quietly root for this one. I've seen Embiid play live a couple times. It's pretty amazing. Up close, it's just like it. It's a big man who can do a lot of crazy athletic things. All right, I think that's our show. You don't want to try to put the betting slip up, or you can't even do it in this format?
We'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow. It'll be back tomorrow.
All right. So what we got to figure out though. Can you retweet it on my on my Twitter since you go into my Twitter?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yes, we will do that.
Because I think it's going to get fishy if I start logging in. If I'm already logged in on my phone and you're logged in, and then I start logging in on a laptop too, right? I can see us getting locked out.
Yeah, we don't want that. So we'll
just you'll do the hey, we're live now. Yeah. All right. Maybe we're going to be YouTube only in the future too.
Subscribe to our YouTube.
Be an interesting Zoom this week. I know that much, especially if they do watch this episode.
Subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe to YouTube. Okay, so look, I'm going to put the betting slip up. We were up together over 90 units when we did this show for the first time. And then by the time we did this show for the second time that you'll never see, that was no longer the case because all 3 of my Bayern Munich bets lost. And guess what? My 2 bets on Chelsea lost. We've been crushing the soccer markets. We will try to do better. Overall, we've had a killer week. We've had a killer 5 months. We've really enjoyed doing this. Even when we do the same show 4 times, we still find some joy in it. And even when we do the show 4 times and watch all our bets lose, and had we been live, I could have given you out. Bayern's still going to win this 3-0 at the half. So
I think we got to figure it out, though. So I think moving forward, you are going to be able to give them live. I think we got to figure it out.
Yeah, because that would have been nice. Anywho, you want to bet? We want to bet. I think 11 tomorrow. Maybe even live again. You think live at 11 tomorrow?
Live. We figured it out today through parlay in the whatever you want to call it to your significant other. That was the story of the day, I think.
It was. That's what you should label this. Parlays for Christmas.
Yes.
For the Spotify. I'm not giving out all those bets again.
No, you don't need to. We just rewatch it on YouTube.
We will see you tomorrow at 11. I guess on my Twitter, definitely on YouTube. I don't know about any place else.